Welcome to Paranormal Nightshift, your home for everything that goes bump in the dark, and your fan stories told right here. Today's story comes from Rosie, and it is titled Sweet Dreams. Before we get into tonight's story, I want to let you in on something special. Ever wanted to get a jump on the paranormal action? Crave more chills, more thrills, more unexplained phenomena? Well, now's your chance. Become a member of our Patreon and get exclusive access to our early episodes. That's right, a whole week before anyone else. Not only that, but our Patreon episodes are completely ad-free, so you can dive right into the creepy without any interruptions. But that's not all. Patreon members also get a front row seat to our brand new ebook series, Paranormal Time Traveler. In this thrilling saga, our time-traveling investigator journeys back in time to explore the strange and unexplained stories submitted by you, our amazing listeners. So, if you're ready to take your paranormal obsession to the next level, head on over to Patreon and join the Paranormal Nightshift family. You won't want to miss what we have in store for you. Our Patreon link is in the description, or visit patreon.com/Paranormal Nightshift. Now, let's get into tonight's story. The weight of family history hung heavy in our home, a silent presence shaping our lives without us always realizing it. My dad, a stoic man of few words, had always been a fortress when it came to discussing his past. His mother, Rose, was a ghost in our family history, a name whispered with reverence but never truly known. Lung cancer had claimed her life when my dad was just a boy, leaving an irreplaceable void. Then came the diagnosis. My dad, a mirror image of his mother in more ways than just genetics, was also battling the same insidious disease. It was in the quiet moments of shared fear and vulnerability that the walls began to crumble. Stories of Rose emerged, like fragile pieces of a long-lost puzzle. I learned about her laughter, her strength, the way she'd loved my dad unconditionally. It was a bittersweet revelation, a connection forged through shared adversity. One frigid winter night, after a heart-to-heart filled with tears and unspoken words, I drifted off to sleep, my mind still buzzing with the newfound knowledge of my grandmother. In the depths of slumber, a vivid dream unfolded. It was Memorial Day, a time for family gatherings and boisterous celebrations. Amidst the crowd, I found myself in conversation with a woman I'd never seen before. Her eyes held a knowing depth, and her voice carried an authority that commanded attention. She spoke of my future with a certainty that startled me, pointing me towards a path in the medical field. I woke with a jolt, the dream still vivid in my mind. The image of this woman was clear, her features etched in my memory. Confused and intrigued, I wandered into the kitchen to find an answer, and there on the kitchen counter was a framed photograph. It was her, the same woman from my dream, with a warm smile and kind eyes. My dad had placed it there as a surprise, a tangible connection to a lost past. He'd always believed the photos had been destroyed in a house fire, a cherished piece of his history lost forever. Yet here she was, staring back at me, a silent bridge between the past and the present. That was the turning point. Inspired by the woman in my dream, I embarked on a new path, enrolling in a medical assisting program. It was as if Rose's spirit was guiding me, pushing me towards my full potential. The dreams continued. My grandfather, a larger-than-life figure with a booming laugh, became a frequent visitor in the realm of slumber. He'd share snippets of his life, stories that painted a vivid picture of a man who lived life to the fullest. These dreams were like stolen moments, precious glimpses into a world long gone. Every February 13th, without fail, I would dream of my grandfather holding out a bouquet of roses. It was a silent yet powerful message of love and remembrance. In honor of this annual tradition, I began gifting my grandmother with roses on Valentine's Day, a small gesture to bridge the gap between the living and the departed. These encounters, both profound and inexplicable, have enriched my life in ways I never imagined. They have connected me to my family history in a deeply personal way, offering solace, guidance, and a sense of purpose. And so, the journey continues, fueled by the love and support of those who have gone before me, their spirits forever entwined with my own. Remember, if you want to support the show, head on over to our Patreon page. Your contributions help us keep the lights on, the stories flowing, and the time traveler fueled up for his next adventure. But hey, if you can't support us financially, no worries. Just sharing the show with a friend or rating us on your favorite podcast platform goes a long way. And if you've got a spooky story of your own, we'd love to hear it. Share it with us right here on Paranormal Nightshift. You never know, your story might just become the next chapter in the Paranormal Time Traveler series, Untold, here on the show. Until next time, keep your eyes peeled for the unexplained, your ears open for the unheard, and your minds open to the possibilities.